Hello and welcome to my V Rising session. I'm playing on an official server and I thought I would give you guys a look at how things are going and kind of what I'm thinking about the game at this point. So this is the start of the castle. I have two other friends playing with me. Wait, what's this? Someone left a horse for me? Who did this? I wasn't able to find one before. It actually looks kind of like a pony. This is so cool. Okay, I gotta figure out what all I need for the horses. As usual, it's still a learning experience. So anyway, my goal today is to keep building the castle up and see where I can get with it before we end up making our way through all of the bosses. This thing is really cool. You can put old equipment in here and it'll eat the equipment and give you back materials. So like now we have some silver coins, some bone, some planks, and some rocks, probably from throwing old equipment in there. So like I don't need this bone mace, so we can pop that in there. I don't need this crossbow either. We can pop that in there. Or this ring. So we can pop that in there. And then that's gonna chomp it up and spit it out. It's kind of cool. The Devourer. It reminds me of like something you'd see in Harry Potter. Something like that. So anyway, this is how things are looking. I was able to build a little garden. The building is pretty intuitive. This is actually kind of pretty in here. We got a tree growing. Looks like Dulang might have planted a tree in here. Maybe Herm did. We've got all different kinds of plants. So the building menu, where you would find the things for the garden, like the nocturne garden fencing, is pretty straightforward. I guess that's how I would class this game, is straightforward, because once you learn how to do one kind of thing, it kind of branches off into all of the different parts of the gameplay, and I really appreciate that because there's so much bloat in so many other games these days, but this one, straightforward, easy to use, I guess you could say. We've got all of our candelabras that I can decorate with. We've got a brazier, we've got, let's see, I already have the mist ones to help protect from the sun. Tomb. Put flowers on this tomb to raise various undead, then slay them once more for the remains. I haven't done that yet, so I need to do that. So yeah, the building is pretty expansive, and the things you're seeing now are just what we have access to at the moment. But if we go into here, you can see how we unlock these things. So this, for example, was the first one I did in my first impressions video. We have Gore Swine, and what he did was unlock the fences for us and also the tomb. So this is kind of how it goes. Let's see, this guy unlocked the alchemy table for us. And these would be in the compilation that I showed you guys at the beginning of the video, would be us defeating some of these. So it looks like next thing we have to do is a putrid rat, and this unlocks rat form, so we can turn into a small rat and blend into the environment, making it harder for enemies to detect you. Taking damage breaks the effect. So that's another cool thing, like just how the alpha wolf gave me this ability, it looks like the rat is going to let us transform into a rat, which is like really cool. So anyway, I haven't actually had a chance to harvest any of these yet, but it looks like you just hit them and then you get them. So simple, nothing different, just as it would be out in the environment. Now the one thing I will say about, oh wait, that was cotton, nice. The one thing I will say about being on an official server with a bunch of people is that stuff like copper gets pretty rare. But I'd imagine if you were in a single player session, it wouldn't be like a problem at all. But yesterday I had a bunch of issues trying to find copper, so that was kind of a bummer. Speaking of, I have some in my inventory that I can throw in here. But yeah, I gotta go get that copper node that was out front. So just like any other survival game, the gathering is pretty straightforward. Just go up with the appropriate tool and hit the node. I went over that in my first impressions video. So I don't have any complaints about that. And the sound effects and the visuals are really satisfying, so I like that. So I'll just grab this node. We can go throw that in our furnace. And then I will get on to building some more of the castle. I kind of like having the courtyard open around the heart. but also at the same time I realized that we're vampires and we probably should have everything closed in so that we just don't melt in the sun, but you know, gotta take some artistic freedoms. So let's see, what can I do? Do I have planks? No, so I need to go pick up some planks and then we can get to building. So in order to build your castle stuff, you need stone blocks, which you get from these grinders. You put stone in and you get stone blocks out, as well as stone bodies, which help make decorative stuff, which is cool because I have not added any decorative things yet. So that's something I still have to do. Honestly, I think the most exciting thing for me about this game is just progressing through the bosses to see what they unlock to build my castle with. Oh, something else I should mention is, see up here in the mini-map, these blue spots. So this one's Herm's. He's my other friend playing this. And then this one, Dulang and I are living in. And these red ones are other people. Now, I think this game is supposed to be a PvP game. So in that case, you would go around and raid other people's castle areas. But I brought that up because we only have right now these slots we can build in. Of course, Herm can go build over there, but we are in a like a group or a guild, I guess you would call it. So I think he can just build over here and I can build over there if I wanted to, but that's his own little private place. So anyway, let's do some castle wall building. I want to, you know what, we will enclose this because why not? So let's see, we can dismantle, which is fairly easy. You just highlight and hold spacebar over this stuff. And then I think I might even be able to expand the bounds of the castle outwards a little bit. Come on, get rid of that. Okay. And okay, so let me see if I can do that. Yeah, so it looks like we can go out quite a bit further. I'm going to focus on the inner castle for now, and then I can expand it later. The way Herm has his is a huge expanse of castle floors, and it looks really cool. But I'm going to do my little fragmented castle for now, and we'll figure it out after that. I need to put... Let's see, we have a castle entrance, so... Oh, whoa, that one looks a little different than the one I had for the doorway over there. But yeah, I guess we can put one here too, and then we can throw a door in it, and there we go. So, now we have to come around the side. And... delete this palisade, because I think that's the last thing keeping everything from being closed in. There we go. Can I build walls up on top? I don't think I can. Okay, so I think in order to build walls I would need to put a floor, which makes sense. Let's see, what else here can I close in? I believe if I close this in right here, it will all turn inside, but in order to do that, I need to move. And that brings me to my next point. It is really easy to move things. Let's see, okay, we've got that there. It's really easy to move items if you need to. You just left click them and move them. So yeah, look, that brought us indoors. So now we have all of this inside, and I can put down castle foundation. So there we go. We won't roast in the sun, well, unless we go over here. But what I can do is come up here and expand this room up above so we can have more space. So, like I was talking about earlier, it's really simple to do this stuff. Really simple once you figure out how to do the basics. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. So I'm going to take this down, and we're going to make this a bigger room. Okay, I can build 2 more, and then I gotta go pick up more materials, which is fine. I'm gonna have to move my coffin out of the way as well. So yeah, in general, I am very much enjoying V-Rising. There's a lot of hidden things that I still have yet to uncover, which I probably will end up recording, like capturing humans and turning them into servants. It's kind of a cool thing you can do. Okay, we've got these. I'm gonna need more planks. So lots to keep you occupied. I will say that this is not the usual type of survival game with the usual type of survival game features. I was reading a comment on the First Impressions video that said that all the maps look the same, and that runs common in most ARPGs, and I do agree. I think that's my biggest complaint, is that the map, like, it really does look, every place you go looks very similar to every other place. So that's my biggest complaint, but I don't think that's the point of this game. I think progression is the idea of this game. And also, I think the building is pretty cool. I mean, it's nice and dark and dreary, and once I get things up and decorated nicely, I think everything will look pretty good. I do need to plant more plants in here, maybe expand the garden, although it doesn't really look like it needs expanding. You can get quite a lot done in a small garden plot, so that's cool as well. And then, ooh, sunlight. The next video that I do of V-Rising will likely be when I get to Gloomrot, so I can show you all my Gloomrot experience and what that was like. Because as I said, much of this is all the same. Sweet, now we're indoors. And I'll show you how the lighting looks. I'll just put one in here. Oh, I'll do two. So yeah, there we go. And I think I'm gonna move my coffin into here. I need to make a stone coffin anyway, so bind to a stone coffin. Let's see. That's another thing that's really helpful with this is there's a grave dust, crude amethyst. Okay, go see if we have those. If not, I will go collect them after I finish this video. That's another thing I really like about this is the tutorial. It's like a tutorial / guide that helps you get set up. And you know, I've been playing for like 15 hours now, and I still have the tutorial and guide helping me figure things out. So I do appreciate that. Oh no, all the gems are gone. Why is the rum gone? Okay. So I'm gonna have to go out and farm some gems if I want to make my stone coffin and progress through the guide tutorial, and that's fine. I can definitely have fun doing that. So yeah, let me mount this while I do my sign off. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Little pony, little horse pony. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking of V-Rising. Having a lot of fun with it, definitely different to what I usually play. I wouldn't say it's the kind of world that I can just hop in and live in, because as I said, the goal is more like to progress. It's not necessarily to always have like an aspect of a persistent world. I mean, sure, there are things that are persistent in it, like having multiple people living all around you, the NPCs patrol, of course the building, you have to keep your castle heart fed with rodents and vermin and things. But it's definitely not, like, for example, I spend hours a day in a Red Dead Online modded server because it's kind of more like a living world. That's not to say I'm not enjoying this one, I'm just saying it's not the usual thing I play, and sometimes playing new things is like a breath of fresh air, which is kind of what this has been. So anyway, that's what I've been thinking of V-Rising. I'm curious to hear how you guys are doing on your way to Gloomrot. I feel like it takes kind of a while to get there. So there's 3 of us, and we've been working our way through Act 1. We still have 4 bosses to do in Act 1. We did the hard one with a group of people last night. Well, not hard, he's just high level. And he wasn't that bad, and he had some fun mechanics, but I'm excited to see what Act 2 is going to bring. And then, of course, Act 3. I still can't believe this goes all the way up to level 80. Feels like it's taken us forever to get to 30. So yeah, anyway, I'm curious to hear how your experience has been as you all level up to try and get to the plague-ridden or mutant-ridden Gloomrot. So as usual, links to everything will be down in the description box. And as always, I hope you are enjoying your games, and I will see you all in the next video.